to yourself, stick with the game.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes left side, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkowski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Boston Scott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Black 80, Snickers, got a spin. Check three.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Here we go. Black 30.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another first and goal. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Ben to throw again. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Check, 120.
Check, 55, Mike. Hey, watch the slap, watch the slap.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. 11 yards there, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Steelers.
Roethlisberger now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Christian Kirksey in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mike. 180! Who that? Who that?
First down, Mayfield. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
180.
Let's go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4. 4 down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't.
Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
I got you.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Switzer on the return. Able to slither by. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. His throw caught. What about the 5? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. The extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run again with Hunt. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
A toss play to Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Njoku over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Scott. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Boston Scott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Browns 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 29, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9. Mayfield, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Check, 55 to Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
180! Watch the run, watch the run!
Mayfield looks to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Browns first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mayfield brings him up first and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw, Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Set, 230, cross.
Check, 53's Mike. Tighten up, tighten up.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Landry now on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Set, 180, right there in the middle, 55. Target.
On first down, punt, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Mayfield to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as run. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. On 3rd down, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
I'm on.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught at the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
180. I smell fear in that offense.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. The point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Charles